Would feeling more confident help you to be more courageous and make those changes that you want to make in your life? In this episode, I'm sharing 5 key things you need to know if you're in the process of building your confidence right now. By understanding these principles, you'll also unlock new opportunities for growth and success as you start your journey as an entrepreneur. I'll also be sharing a golden nugget at the end that will help you to be more intentional about how you spend your time and how that affects your confidence in yourself. If you often find yourself procrastinating and being lazy, even though that's not who you want to be, you don't want to miss that. It's Mary Kate here from The Freedom You Deserve. Each week I share lessons I learned over 10 years building my confidence to start my first business so that you can learn faster and create a balanced life that's exciting, meaningful, and more authentically you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you 5 things that can help you to become more confident, not just now, but create long-term confidence boosting habits that will make changing your life a breeze. So the number one thing that builds solid confidence is action. Confidence comes from taking action. Many aspiring entrepreneurs, and I also used to believe this myself, think that you can build confidence before you start your business, from within your comfort zone. But that's really not how it works. There's a great formula in a book called The 4 C's by Dan Sullivan, and it's commitment plus courage equals capability plus confidence. When you think about how to build your confidence and capability to do something, it really makes sense that you need to be consistently taking action. This usually requires some level of courage, especially when it's something new. Finding courage is something we'll talk a lot about on this channel. It can feel like it's always just out of reach, but learning how to find and apply it is really important for creating change and making progress. It might surprise you to learn that self-confidence and self-worth or self-esteem are not the same thing. Self-confidence is history-based, which means that if you want to know if you can do something, you need to do it first to find out. If you had a bad experience with something in the past, that might affect your confidence, but you can recover that by succeeding when you try again. I would even say that failing the first time can actually be more beneficial to your long-term confidence than succeeding the first time and fearing that it was a fluke. Self-esteem or self-worth, on the other hand, is belief-based. It's more likely to be the thing that holds you back than self-confidence, actually, because it can spin very elaborate and believable stories that keep you feeling stuck. Stories like, who am I to do this? I'm not sure I'm cut out for entrepreneurship. I'm not creative or resourceful or smart or brave or strong enough to figure this out. There's a great book by Jamie Kern Lima where she delves into all things worthiness, and I'll link that for you in the description below. You might be someone who prides themselves on keeping their word to others, and this can seem like an obvious thing to do or a standard to keep, especially if you've been deeply conditioned to please others over pleasing yourself. You might find it hard to say no, or worry a lot about what other people think, or find yourself doing whatever is asked of you to make other people happy. But keeping your word to yourself and being in integrity with yourself is far more important in building your confidence. Prioritizing yourself and your goals is absolutely the most important thing you can do. Sometimes that will mean saying no to others, and yeah, that can be difficult and stressful in the beginning. But as you practice it and you remember why you need to say no, it becomes much easier. You might find it easier to start saying no to trivial things, or maybe to say no to everything. But it's especially important that you stop saying yes to the things that cause you to betray yourself just to do what other people expect you to do. Maybe you're always available when a friend calls last minute to catch up for a coffee, but now you've decided to put an hour a day into researching your new business. You have to choose to delay your friend for an hour or stop using that time to get closer to your dream. Remember why you need to say no. Gaining traction is hard in the beginning, but you have to take consistent action and you have to keep your word to yourself no matter what unexpected problems or opportunities come up. You have to put your dream, your goal, the things that matter most to you first. Small things go a long way in building confidence in who you are. If you're serious about finally starting a business, these are the very steps that will build a stronger foundation for that business. In fact, building a strong foundation for your business and getting clarity and confidence about your life as an entrepreneur is exactly what my new program is designed to help you do. As a recovering perfectionist myself, I completely understand the desire for high standards and needing things to be absolutely perfect before you put them out there for other people to judge. Or this can also play out as aiming lower and playing smaller than you know you're capable of to maintain that level of control over the standard that you keep. Guilty of that one? Me too. But perfectionism is the enemy of confidence, and it's the enemy of success. To create change and to be successful at it, you need so badly to take action. But having ridiculously high standards typically means you don't take that action because, let's be honest, fear of failure is real and fear of judgment is real. Perfectionism is a way of trying to control what others think of us. But what perfectionism really is, it's the brain's logical method of allowing us to think that we're in control while those fears actually continue to control us. By always trying to be perfect or even just having a super high standard, we can't find the courage to try new things that we might be bad at to start with. And therefore we can't build a confidence that you get by getting better at something. But progress is better than perfect. And imperfectly done is better than still tweaking it a year later and not moving to the next stage. So try instead to focus on making progress and moving the needle forward. Move towards that change that you dream about, whether it's entrepreneurship or another form of freedom and self-expression, even if you don't have the perfect picture of what that looks like yet. Lastly, we have self-talk. Your self-talk matters so much. This expands on everything we've talked about already to build confidence, but with a little more self-love added in. Now, I know this one is going to sound weird, but stay with me because we all need a reminder from time to time that we're freaking awesome, right? So a couple of years ago, I started a compliments journal. Every time I got a compliment, I added it to my journal, especially if it was something that contradicted my usual self-talk or how I saw myself. And I recommend that you try it because it's really interesting to see how other people see you in a positive light and how many compliments you actually get when you pay attention to it. If you keep a gratitude journal, you can also make it a habit to add in at least one thing about yourself that you're grateful for each day. And the last point on this is to be mindful of the story you tell yourself when you feel awkward. Maybe you find yourself over apologizing when someone else bumps into you, feeling anxious or inadequate in a group, or criticizing yourself harshly for not responding better to something. Even if sometimes you don't keep your word to yourself, be kind to yourself and move on to the next thing you can do. By embracing these principles and making them part of who you are, your confidence will grow naturally and you will be ready to take on bigger, harder challenges that allow you to make those changes that you seek in your life. I get asked all the time, how did I go from being absolutely terrified of failure and other people's judgment to building my confidence and finally starting my business? And how can you know when you're on the right track so that you can feel confident about starting your business and that it will actually give you the life you want? By following principles like this, you will reconnect with who you really are. You'll begin to trust yourself more deeply. And from there, you can lay a solid foundation for your life as an entrepreneur. And that's why I've decided to create a brand new program that shows you the exact steps to take for building that foundation, how to get clarity to stop you from overthinking, how to stop worrying what other people think, and to truly prepare yourself for entrepreneurship. This program is designed to help you align your business with your unique version of freedom and create a confident life that's passionate, meaningful, and completely authentically you. If you want to be first notified about any release updates, you can join the priority waitlist through the link below this episode. Only those that are on the waitlist will get early access and exclusive insights to the program. At the beginning of this episode, I mentioned a golden nugget for overcoming laziness and procrastination. In Atomic Habits, a book written by James Clear, he talks about many things that can improve your action taking and help you keep moving forward. One quote that really helped me was the idea that every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you wish to become. When we're sitting on the couch procrastinating, scrolling, we know exactly what we're doing. Now, we might find ourselves there without thinking about it, probably through habit. But at some stage, we do realize we're wasting time and that we could be doing something that's more aligned with the person we want to become. So maybe the next time you feel stuck to the couch or it just feels like the friction to get up and do something is huge, you can remember that no matter which way you lean in that moment, That is a vote for the kind of person you'll become. And hopefully it'll help you to lean away from procrastination a whole lot more. If you liked this episode, I'd be grateful if you could please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us more than you know and allows us to keep making videos to help you grow your confidence and start your business. That's it for today. Join the waitlist in the description and I will see you next week.